Welcome, everyone. My name is Quentin, aka Mr. CPMD, aka Mr. Crypto Pays Me Daily. And I'm super excited to be here today to talk about what I would call one of the most lucrative and one of the most life-changing and one of those one in a lifetime opportunities that you actually get. We're going to talk about that today. And we have a speaker today that is going to just so eloquently lay it all out for you so that you can be informed and make an informed decision on whether or not this is something that you want to be a part of. Now, I see that we have a lot of guests tuning in from all over the globe, meaning this is a global opportunity, which I love even more. I see we have a lot of current leaders that are on the call. So shout out to all those leaders that are on with us today, building massive teams all over the planet. Today, we're going to break it down. All right. This is not going to be one of those deals where we're going to ask you to, buy some package at the end, or you're going to have to buy some shakes or some pills, or, sign up for some services that you don't need. This will not be that type of call. I promise you that. We're not going to put you on a auto ship every month where you're going to have to pay a certain amount of money every single month. This is not one of those deals, right? And this is a deal that deals in banking, number one. We're going to talk about banking. Everyone understands what a bank is. Everyone uses it. There are a lot of people who don't have access to it, but I believe everyone understands and knows what a bank is. And we're going to talk about how that bank mixes with decentralization and crypto, right? And I know you heard the word crypto and you're probably like, oh my gosh, crypto. I just lost this. The market just did this, and I lost this, and I was a part of this scam, this, and well, look, we're gonna give you the facts today. Facts, right? Guess what? Everything in the world can't be a scam. It can't. It just absolutely cannot be. And we're gonna show you why we are excited, why we are here with this particular opportunity, and that's because there are a lot of facts. There are a lot of big names and big prominent people, global people that are a part of this opportunity. And we're going to lay that out for you so that you can make that decision. All right. Now, I want to bring up our speaker. This gentleman doesn't need an introduction. This is a gentleman that I have had the pleasure of working with here now for, 4 years, probably 3, 4, 5. Time has been moving in this space so fast. I've been able to travel with this gentleman. We've been all over the world. We've been to Dubai. We've been to Hong Kong. We've shared some experiences. We've sat down and ate some of the finest steaks and had some of the nicest libations. Like, we've been able to do it all. I've been able to meet his lovely wife, and I know he is an amazing father, always active with his son, baseball, picking him up, dropping him off, always putting them first. And I know the reason why he is here and why he is doing what he is doing, and it is for those individuals there. So this gentleman has built teams all over the globe. All over the globe. We were on the call this morning. He was like, I have a guy over in Malaysia or wherever it was. This guy knows people everywhere and has built massive organizations. He's earned, I know, well in excess of 7 million. Of 7 figures in this space. So he doesn't need an introduction, but at this time, I'm going to bring up our speaker who's going to lay this thing out for you. That is Mr. Alex Ruiz. Sir, are you with us?
I am. Thank you so much, Q. And right back at you, man. The leadership you've brought to all the companies that we've been in, and especially this one, and traveling with you and your wife. I got to meet her, and we went to London together, which was
London.
awesome.
I didn't even talk about London. We're in London. We've been
and
some places, man. We've been some places.
Yeah, we have. And if anybody thinks that doing their wedding on a New Year's Eve is a bad idea, it's not. It was an amazing wedding that he had on New Year's Eve, and we had a fabulous time. So thank you, and
Cost
thank you
effective.
for being a friend, man. And this is the guy that I first called. Matter of fact, I hadn't even hung up with Frankie yet when I immediately three-wayed him in. I was like, you got to hear this. So let me show you guys what I showed him, or better yet, what Frankie showed him. And let me pull that up right now. Can you guys see that? Oh, no, you can't. Yep, my fault. I don't normally do the Zooms, so sorry about that. Okay. Can you see the WeFi Bank there?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So we're going to talk about WeFi DO Bank. What's a DO Bank? A DO Bank is a decentralized on-chain bank. And for those of you who don't know what that means, you have regular banks and then you have decentralized banks or bank. We're the first one in the world. And as far as I know, still the only one in the world. There's a lot of copycats out there, but they keep missing the mark. And so we're going to keep going while they keep missing. So, disclaimer, real quick, please note this is information that is not financial advice. We encourage you to conduct your own research. The responsibility for an investment decisions rests solely with you. This is not an investment, by the way. So we don't use that word. Now, having said that, do your own due diligence. And here's another thing too, real quick. For those of you who have gotten into past deals or whatever, and it failed, it was not the fault of the person who told you about it. It was the fault of the people who actually own the company and rug pulled you. Now, having said that, you'll find out why I don't believe this is a rug pull at all, number one. Number two, why these guys have a 7-year plan for us and then one into perpetuity. And at the same time, you never want to say too big to fail because there was a company called Enron. That's what they used to say about Enron. But I will say this, the guys who are at the head of this thing is massive. And some of them, you already know who they are. So unless they like prison food, I seriously doubt that they want to go there, right? So what is WeFi? It's not just a bank. So here's how I look at this whole picture of everything. Now, these guys are doing things in Web3. Most of us are still stuck in Web2, okay? All of you have probably heard about Bitcoin. If you've heard about Bitcoin, do me a favor and drop a 7 in the chat. You guys have heard of Bitcoin? Have you heard of decentralization? If you've heard of decentralization, put an 8 in the chat. I want to see the level of education that everybody's got here. So, because this is really important. 7 and 8. Awesome. 78. Good job. Yep. 7, 8. Wonderful. The reason that's important, and you'll see this as a theme as we go through this presentation, Bitcoin has penetrated about 10% of the marketplace. That's it, globally. So how do you get the rest of the world into cryptocurrency, into decentralization? Bitcoin created the world's first decentralized money, right? It's the one that's peer-to-peer. There's no intermediary bank or institution or entity that's in the way of you moving your money around. You have complete control and autonomy over those transactions, right? So how do you bring the rest of the world into that? Easy. You introduce them to something they already know and understand, which is financial services through banking, loans, lines of credit, insurance, things of that nature. And you do it in a decentralized space. That's what WeFi is. There we go. So why the world needs change? You can't build wealth in banks anymore. Absolutely true, right? So if you look at the percentage returns that you get here in the United States versus in other places, it's insane, the disparity between the two. Banks can freeze your account. Anybody ever have that happen? I have. And that's scary because when you have all your money in a bank, and this is prior to me getting into crypto, and your account gets frozen for whatever reason that they choose that day, because it's Tuesday at noon and Mercury's in the third house of whatever, they decide to freeze your funds. That's it. Now you have to come up with everything that they want in order to release your money. Guess what? It's not your money. It's their money. And I can prove it to you. Pull out any currency of any country that you're in. Tell me if your name's on it. It's not. So it's not your money. Traditional banks are unfriendly to crypto, big time, especially in the United States. I don't know about in other countries, but here, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. As a matter of fact, the guy who owns crypto.com, I've known this guy for years. Or excuse me, he owns crypto.com. This guy, before the crypto bank had it, he had this domain. He also owns bitcoin.com. And so when they found out that his money sitting in Wells Fargo was crypto money, they shut down his account. They called him and said, listen, come get your money out of your bank today. We're closing your account. He said, why? We don't have to give you a reason. The banking system remains closed to many millions of people that are still left out of the loop. So there's about 1 point, I think it's 4 billion people that are still unbanked around the world. So we make money simple, feel secure about your assets, spend the money the way you want. What do we offer? Wallets. So manage and hold your own funds. You have complete control and autonomy over your own funds. We have something called non-custodial wallets, which means you control the keys, you control everything about it. Not even the bank can shut down your account. You can earn in different ways. We'll talk about that. We already have a debit card that you can spend crypto. Loans are coming. The exchange will be here by the end of the year. So an actual crypto exchange where you can buy and sell and swap. Gaps we have to close. I just talked about it. 1.4 billion unbanked adults worldwide. The adoption gap, less than 15% of banked people have experienced crypto benefits. So we need to take care of all those things. Who are we? We're defining a new category. The category was created, and the term was created by a gentleman called Reeve Collins, which we'll talk about in future slides here. This isn't just a bank, it's a new kind of financial system where every transaction runs on the blockchain. It's where banks want to be, but they're not. We bring together the traditional fiat world and the digital economy into one next generation system. With our digital and physical products working in harmony, WeFi gives people more freedom, transparency, and control over their money in a simple and intuitive way. So imagine living in a world where bankers no longer have their hand in your pocket. Governments no longer have their hand in your pocket. The super rich or wealthy no longer have their hand in your pocket. You control your money. You have complete autonomy to do whatever you want at any time with your money without risk of losing it. So we have real licenses. As a matter of fact, we just found out today on our call with the CEO, we just got our PSP, so payment service provider license out of Canada. You guys can look that up, which is huge. So with real licenses, infrastructure, and a working product, we have vending machines. Vending machines give us market presence, ATMs, crypto ATMs, point of sale systems, and then neobank apps. Here's the guys I'm talking about. Reeve Collins. Reeve Collins, founder and ex-CEO at Tether. Tether, USDT Tether. You guys have heard of USDT? And this is the guy, this is one of the gentlemen who actually created that. Coming in Q1, he's also creating the world's first euro-backed token. So we've got the world's first US dollar-backed token, and now we have the world's first euro-backed token. Maxim Sakharov, this is a gentleman that I met with this morning. He is co-founder, ex-CEO at Xflow. Roman Rossoff is a board member he was director at Wise, ex-COO at Tradely. Yusuf Murakmedov, that's how you say that. And then Khaled Suleiman, board member. This gentleman, so the two bookends here, we have Reeve Collins, who actually understands everything you have to do with crypto. And then the other side, the other bookend is Khaled Suleiman. Khaled Suleiman's been banking for over 40 years. He did 30 plus years in Switzerland. And then his last post was former CEO at the National Bank of Abu Dhabi. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the amount of money in Abu Dhabi makes Dubai look like they're poor. So kind of put that in perspective. He was the CEO of the National Bank of Abu Dhabi. So legal coverages, we have licenses in Canada, Czech Republic, Hong Kong, UAE Payment Solutions, and in St. Vincent. We did an event in Thailand where we actually got a Guinness World Record for the most amount of views on a blockchain live stream, audience of 200,000 people. Conference lasted 5 hours, and top market experts, we had 13 of those. Even former world champion boxer Mike Tyson was there. DeFi Bank in your pocket. So we've got a Visa crypto card. We actually have a metal card with benefits coming out. That'll be rolled out here real soon. We learned about that today. We have Apple Pay, Google Pay, loans, both collateralized and uncollateralized loans. So we'll have home loans, car loans, things of that nature, lines of credit, bank deposits, transfers, IBAN, and ATMs. And then income strategies and rewards program, which we'll talk about. Spend like usual. So you can, every time you swipe your debit card, you can spend just like usual. There's higher limits on it, fees as low as 1.5%. And there's also cashback bonuses and APRs. Matter of fact, I've got a friend of mine who called me the other day when I sent him a video about this. He goes, 18%. And I said, what are you talking about? He goes, WeFi is paying 18% APR. He goes, I've got $150,000 sitting in my savings account right now that I earn about $1 a year on. He goes, I can get 18% with your bank. I said, yep, sure can. So that'll be coming out here real soon. And you'll have tons of people who are in that situation, whatever it is, not necessarily 150,000, but let's say they have 10,000, 5,000, 50,000, whatever it is, sitting in their account. Ask them, how much are you making on that? They're not, right? So ITO strategy. ITO stands for initial technology offering, which is basically a node. This node will mine the WeFi tokens for the next 7 years. Why is this important? This token has utility. Part of that utility is that you can use it as gas, lower your energy fees, or your energy fees. You can take loans out against it, and you can spend it. So this is the world's first banking token. I correlate that to Binance coin. Binance coin was the world's first exchange coin and the world's first gas coin that you could use to move things around, right? I was buying it at 70 cents back in 2015, 16, somewhere around there. And I was buying it because I wanted to lower my trading fees on Binance. And so I didn't really know and understand what I had at the time. Well, Binance just hit $1,200 here recently, and it even went above that. Do I think that the WeFi token, being the world's first banking token, has the same type of value? Absolutely. Do I think that it's going to go to $1,200? No, I don't. But at the same time, I never dreamed Binance coin would have done that. So do I see a $300,000, $400,000 token? In my opinion, yes, easily. So that's one of the benefits. ITO mining. So you purchase ITO. When you purchase ITO, it starts to mine for you, like I said, for the next 7 years. Our token price, when I first got in, got in July 4th, 2025. It was 38 cents. This morning, it was trading at $2.20. This is really important. We've also gone from being below the top 500 tokens or coins listed on CoinMarketCap. Now we're sitting at 225 as of this morning. So CoinMarketCap has actually even published the term DO Bank because of WeFi, because of our bank. They sent a letter that we saw this morning with the CEO. They sent a letter to the bank telling him, because of you and what you guys have done, we've analyzed your project. We really like it. We're going to put the term DO Bank into our exchange. Profit simulation. So I don't like talking these type of numbers ever. This is just an example. This is not something that's going to happen for you. Everybody's results are different. And it all depends on how much you mine, how much you own, and all these different nebulous things out there. So this is just an example, and you can look at that at your leisure. If this will go to the next slide. There we go. So why WeFi matters. Buy anything, anywhere with WeFi. Use WeFi, the token, to get loans, access our loyalty program, which is energy, and pay gas on WeChain. WeChain is actually our own layer one. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Layer one blockchain. That layer one blockchain will be coming out next year. Don't wait, start building. So the product is ready. The opportunity is live now. All you need to participate, no matter what country that you're in, you need a name, if you have one, and an email address, if you have one. If you don't, go get them, because it's really important. We're all here to support you 100%. Timely decisions shape the future. So Bitcoin, 2011, investment was $1,000. It was actually in 2015 when I got in. I bought my first one at 400. In 2025, worth over an investment of $1,000 in 2025 will be worth over $100 million. Have you missed it? No, you still haven't missed out on Bitcoin. I'm telling you, it's going to be $1 million plus, easy. And you definitely nailed the timing on WeFi. $1,000 in 2025. Where is it going to go? Here's the other thing too. Right now, you can actually go out and buy WeFi token on different exchanges. Go to CoinMarketCap, put in WFI, it'll pull it up. And you can buy those, bring them in-house here to WeFi, and you can start farming on it and earn on that. Or you can buy ITOs or both. Buy ITOs and let that start mining for you for the next 7 years. So there's two options there. Personally, you can go out and you can buy oil for your car or buy a barrel of oil. And at the same time, you can go have the pump jack in your backyard. That's what we're doing. We're nailing it on both sides. Vision, decision, and action. This is what separates leaders from everybody else. To me, what I relate this to, this is a fast-moving train. It's a bullet train out of France. You can either get on it, you can watch it go by, or you can get run over by it. It's purely up to you. So the momentum is building massively in this business. I can tell you privately what my numbers look like. Our phase of growth right now is only just beginning. We're at basement absolute level with this. And the networking side of this, so the affiliate side, where you get paid to make commissions, has been going since last September. Okay, so not this past 2025, but 2024. And we haven't even scratched the surface. You'll call people today who have no idea what you're talking about. I have people who are now calling me asking, hey, what are you doing? What have you been up to? And when I say I'm doing WeFi, they don't have a clue what I'm talking about. WeFi is at the forefront of the new era of connection and collaboration with Web3, obviously, and then access to early features, perks, and rewards. You want to do things now, between now and December 31st. There's a massive opportunity between now and December 31st. Anybody that comes in and buys ITOs, okay, and there's a several levels, but at the $1,000 level, you get to override the mining of 3 levels of people that you refer. So I refer Quentin, who refers Anne Marie, who refers John. Those are 3 levels, right? Now I get to override those at 3%, 5%, and 8%. Get with the person that I invited you to get more detail on that. This is highly important because we're going to get those overrides for the next years to come. Jan 1, that opportunity is over. So you sign up Jan 1, you buy ITOs because you want to wait and do whatever, which is fine. Take your own time. But on Jan 1, you no longer get those 3 levels of overrides. That's a big deal. So with that, and I know that was really fast, but I like to think I'm clear, concise, direct, and to the point. Tell me what kind of questions are out there, and I'm going to put this right back over to you, Q.
Well, great job. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, that it doesn't take but about 15 to 20 minutes to go through this to really just paint the picture so a person can get an idea of what's happening. But before you do questions, I do want to share a little bit of something. And
Yeah.
you touched on a couple things because I kind of prepared for a few things this morning.
I'm sorry, bro.
No, you're fine. Just through some conversations and stuff. But the point that you just made about the 3 levels of tokens that we're earning currently, this is why this is important. Number one, when we are mining our tokens, right? We all know that our tokens must go into at least a 1-year staking period. This is why we're seeing the growth from the token that we're seeing, because this is not a deal where everybody's going to get their tokens today and then sell them tomorrow, and the token is $1.50, $2, right? You're not going to have enough tokens to change anything if you're cashing in, a few dollars worth of tokens every single day. They want to give this a chance to mature, right? For the banking side to mature so that that token can be used within the ecosystem and have more value, right? So you have at least a 1-year stake on your tokens. If you are out here sharing this with your community today, guess what happens? And you're at the minimum, which is 1,000 worth of ITO, $1,000 worth of ITO. You're going to earn 3 levels, right? What was it? 3, 5, and 8%. Those tokens, every time you earn them, go into a 1-year stake. So guess what happens this day next year? All of those tokens that you were earning from your network now are released to you because those are from the compensation plan. These are not tokens that you just staked with your ITO, for 3 years or 5 years or whatever else, right? Because here's the thing, right? In January 1, that will no longer be there. So that means the only tokens you're selling are tokens that you bought from the market on an exchange or those that you staked for at least 1 year or for the 1-year stake. But why would you want to sell your tokens? Even if our token was from $2 to $20 this time next year, do you think you'd have enough to get rich or to really, really have a significant amount of money? The token is the long game here. The token is going to take time to develop. It's going to take time to mature, and it's going to become more and more useful as the bank grows. So here's what I tell you: get your people, get your leaders to the table today, so that they can take advantage of those three levels. Because guess what? Those three levels are going to be the tokens that you can sell, right, in a year, and not have to touch those that you're staking. Now, also, I want to show you just a little something, because one of the things that I think is very important is to talk about the facts, right? We can tell you anything we want to tell you, but what's really the real, that the truth of what you can actually go out here and verify for yourself. If you go in here and you look just in Google, simple Google search, right? PSP Canada license Wi-Fi. That's all I searched. Wi-Fi has received a payment service provider PSP license from the Bank of Canada, making it one of the first companies to be registered under the new Retail Payment Activities Act. This license allows Wi-Fi to legally process payments, connect to payment systems, and build bridges between traditional finance and cryptocurrency, strengthening its position as a decentralized finance platform. PSPs are third-party companies that enable businesses to accept electronic payments, acting as intermediaries between consumers and retailers. This is fact. I didn't create it. Alex didn't create it. You can go online and you can do your due diligence and research there. Guess what else? Canada's business registries. You can go right here. You can take this business number right here, search it, or even just put Wi-Fi in, and you'll be able to pull up. Look when this was created. This was not a yesterday project. This was not a last year project. This was a 2023 project, almost 2 years to date, just a little over, right? That this was created and it launched last year. This is not something that was just put together yesterday. They have been working on this. They've been putting the right people, the right team together so that they could create this. More information that you can just go and search about the CEO. You can look these individuals up, right? You see the name Reeve Collins. This is the man of crypto, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the biggest face for sure. I don't know anyone who has a bigger
well,
public
think about
face
this. You
in
got
this space.
Satoshi Nakamoto, right? Created the first Bitcoin. Then you have Reed Collins, who created the first stablecoin. Who else is bigger? Everybody else has been a copycat, right?
I mean, it doesn't get any bigger. If you go to Reeve Collins' Instagram account, you will see on his official Instagram account him holding up a certificate at the WeFi Beyond Banking Summit. This is not something that people are just saying, oh, he's a part of this, he's a part of it. No, he is on the board. This is the guy who is the co-founder and CEO of USDT. This guy created it. You know what I mean? That is huge. So when you see these types of names coming together in a project, think about any other project that you've touched before and you say, has there been a Reeve Collins in that project at the top, publicly known? Have there been head of Abu Dhabi Banks, a part of any opportunity that I've done before? These people are key, prominent people in this space that already have created massive wealth, and they're here with WeFi. Also, one last thing, the token. We can't make it up. We didn't create this. This is real. This is on CoinMarketCap. You can see right now that the token price is at $2.15. It's peaked upwards of about 223 on its all-time high. But here's something that I thought was really interesting. If you look at this trading volume, I remember when it was 300,000 a day
Yep.
in trading volume.
Yep.
This was
And you
only
got in.
3 months ago, 3-4 months
Yeah.
ago.
Yep.
You're doing 6.29 million worth of trading the last 24 hours. You got to you can't see all of these facts and say this is not real.
Right.
It's in your face, it's in front of you. And my I think, I don't know, the saddest thing that I can say about this opportunity is that there are going to be so many people that I've talked to, that have seen me talking about this, seen me posting and doing content about it, that are going to look at it and say it's another one of those deals, and they're going to miss it. And I hate it because we've taken a lot of beating in this space, and I know there's a lot of people. If you've taken a beating in crypto, drop a 6 in the chat. Put a 6 in the chat if you've had some bad experience. You got rug pulled on a token, or you bought a token that you didn't sell fast enough and it went back it went back down, or you were in a platform that just the website disappeared when you woke up in the morning and it wasn't there anymore. We've all had these problems and these mistakes and these issues that have happened in this space that have somewhat given it a bad name. But I want
Yeah.
to tell you, this is that chance for you to make it all back. This is the chance to tell your communities, bring your people into something that has legitimacy, a lot of it, something that you can place yourself in. It'll be here in 5 years, 10 years, not a 1 year, 2 year run and it's done. The world's first decentralized bank is WeFi. So yeah, get back to that person that invited you. Tell them that you're ready to get going. I mean, as little as $50, you can get yourself in this platform. There are some things coming we heard about today. If you have a problem getting crypto, no problem. We
That's
got
right.
some answers for it. All right.
Yep.
We like WeFi is listening, they're answering, right? It's happening. You're gonna start to see, you're gonna see the vending machines, right? You're gonna start seeing these handheld payment
POS
devices.
terminals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like you're gonna start seeing all of these things in the marketplace. The magazine, right? We got a exclusive 1,000 copy magazine that's gonna be releasing. All this stuff that's coming, it's gonna be incredible. You want to be a part of it. Don't sit back and watch it and say, "Man, I remember being on that Zoom call when that guy over there was talking about this, and you know what? I just said it wasn't the right time, and I never came back to it." You will hit your head up against the wall when this thing is at $100 token, $50 token, and that all of these services are out there in the marketplace, right? So that's all I got, Alex. Just wanted to share a little bit. Yeah.
And I love that. There's nothing worse in life than regret. Nothing, in my opinion. I teach this to my children. Nothing worse in life than regret. I want
Hey,
to be the old man sitting, on my deathbed, regretting the things I did, not the things I didn't do. Right. And I will tell you that when I first got started back in 2015, you know, going out there and evangelizing Bitcoin to all these people, and all these people saying all these horrible things to me about Bitcoin, that I was scamming them and all this garbage, right? And the governments would never let it happen. Banks will never let it happen. Everybody won't let it happen. Don't be that person. Because as you know now, Bitcoin hit $127,000 and it's not done. So by the time Bitcoin's done being mined out, you're going to see well in excess of $1 million. So don't be the person who has that regret. World's first cryptocurrency, world's first crypto decentralized bank. Go ahead,
yeah.
man.
And I just want to say something. I see in the chat that they're posting or asking about the card. Let me tell you, the card is just is such a small piece to this thing, right? The card is what is going to be that tangible thing that you can hold in your hand to it,
Ojo, come on up.
that is
Kojo.
it's just the card, right? Here's the thing. One thing about WeFi is they are 100% compliant in what they're doing. They're not going to roll out any services or any cards in countries that they are not 100% fully licensed and regulated to do so in. They're not going to do it. They're not going to mess this thing up. And if you let the cards, the card is not what's going to create wealth for you right now. Yes, it'll be great because you can go and swipe, you can spend, it's real, it's tangible, right? That's going to be great. But guess what? Having that footprint, that network that is using all of the services that WeFi will provide is what's going to create the wealth for you, right? Imagine, and I just want to paint a picture. You tell 10 people. I think we all know 10 people that at some point will be involved in crypto and will need a way to spend their crypto, right? Some form or fashion. Over the course of 5 years, let's just say it grows to 10,000 people, right? It's going to be very possible we can target anyone in the world for this opportunity. This is not limited to anyone, right? Those 10,000 people are now using the banking services. They're doing exchanges, they're doing wires, they're getting loans, they're swiping their cards, they're going to ATMs. Remember, WeFi will share 50% of its fees back to the community. 50%. There's no bank giving you really anything. They're going to give 50% back. Imagine the fees that are created through those 10,000 people every single day, and you're earning from it residually year after year, decade after decade. This is where the wealth comes in. Don't let the card stop you, because I think what it is people think they need the card to pull a person into WeFi. You don't. I don't have a card. Alex, you got a card?
Nope, sure don't.
I got well over 10,000 people in 4 months, many that the majority that I don't know. They're in other countries. They're doing presentations in other languages. They're all over the place. And it's because this is a universal language that everyone understands. I didn't have to go and talk to those people and convince them to do it. I didn't have to. But people understand you want to create that network now so that when the services are all rolled out, boom, day one, you're earning. Day two, you're earning, not scrambling, trying to figure out, okay, let me go and talk to this person and that person. And guess what? They're already in WeFi because you waited just to see the card. So don't
Yep.
get caught up on the card. Yeah, let's bring Kojo up if he wants to come up and share
Kojo,
Hey, how you
come
doing,
on.
Mr. Alex?
There you go. Show
blockchain.
me,
Let me
show
let me
show
introduce.
everybody something.
Wait. Let me introduce real
Go
quick.
ahead.
So we got
Please.
Kojo,
Yeah. Yeah.
aka Blockchain Kojo. This is one of the guys most respected in this crypto space. This guy goes all over the planet. I mean, literally, just he was crypto conferences. He's
Oh yeah.
visited the WeFi office. He was able to pick his WeFi card up in person at the office in Dubai. Got a lot of respect for this gentleman. We talked earlier this morning. I mean, whenever I have concerns, questions, or anything, the insight that he brings, the value that he brings to the crypto space and to WeFi is unmatched. I love his daughter, Irie. I always hear her and talk to her when he's on the phone, when I'm on the phone with him. But yes, great father, great leader, blockchain Kojo. Go ahead and share with
Yeah.
I just
Instead
want
of
to
where's
thank
Waldo, it's where's Kojo.
us.
I want to say thank you guys. I mean, everything you guys are saying is amazing. One thing I would say is when you always put people first, I mean, God will do the rest, right? So in anything you're doing, business, relationships, just try to figure out, okay, how can I add value? How can I help fix somebody's problem? Even if you can't, how can I help them mentally, emotionally, just to get through? And that's really what it is about. It's all love. But just like they said, I was fortunate, right? I was in Dubai. I wasn't invited by the company. I went on my own business. I had things doing, and I called Dr. John, who I was able to build a relationship with, and he said, "Come out and let's have dinner." Right? And guess what? I just ate an hour before, but I mean, I would not miss an opportunity like that. So
You got hungry.
I came and sat down. I took something and ate. I was like, oh Lord, I'm full, but let me just pretend like I'm really in here eating. So
Yeah.
we ate, we had fun for a while, and he's known everywhere. All the restaurants they come in. Oh, your usual. Oh, he doesn't even have to order. They just, And he said, "Follow me. I want to surprise you." So he took me to the office. I seen everything, folks. The ATMs is real. Vending machines are there. All of them are already working. They have the units, but they're gonna roll it out business to business with their own partnerships first, and then eventually somewhere next year we get to franchise this. Think about it. I see a lot of people on social media talking about get your own POS and you can create wealth forever. We can now get our own POS starting next year, roll it out to other businesses ourselves. So this is why it's important to be a part of WeFi now. One product, it's literally every single banking product being put in our hands to take control. Now, the most important thing that stuck out for me today was the information that was just passed out, right? Let me see if I can share my screen real quick. I know you already touched on this, Quentin, but it's very vital that we touch on it one more time, right? One more time. We have to touch on this. Let me do this. Okay, so WeFi now has a PSP license. Now, we've been in this space, we've heard everything, between different companies. There's a lot of card companies out there claiming and doing everything with no regulatory compliance, but people love it, right? Folks, we have to follow what the billionaires are doing. That's one thing I respect about Dr. John. He's so successful, multi-millionaire. But the minute the billionaires called him to look at an opportunity, he ran, right? Why? Because in life, you have somebody going somewhere that you want to go, somewhere that's so far and they're so ahead of you and they're willing to hold your hand. Why would you refuse that opportunity? So with us, what we are looking at is okay, Reef Collins created stablecoins. He brought the idea. Today, if you go online, all the banks are fighting on a concept he created about almost 10 years ago. They are now understanding what it is. This same individual in 2023, actually 2021, they started the concept for the world's first decentralized bank. And you will find articles and videos of him going into conferences, just whispering it out. He'd be saying a lot of stuff and just drop it in. Oh, I'm working on WeFi, a bank. He's not trying to make it like something he's trying to beg people to be a part of. Why? He knows what he's creating. Now you see other banks begin to strategically position themselves to be in the neobank space, right? So this PSP license is very critical. Now, this allows operational capabilities. This is what is very important, right? It gives this company and WeFi access to connect to core banking infrastructure, not retail banking, not just partial banking, the very core entity and essence of what a bank is. This is the license they have now. It also allows them to process both domestic and international transfers,
Bing, 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 bing.
not through a third party. They themselves, this is not a white label, somebody's doing it on the back and they're trying to pretend it's them. No, they are now the gatekeepers to legally, this is where it's important, handle fiat and crypto money flow. So now all the questions about, and somebody said this online, Joe Schmo and this, and folks, let's wake up, right? Let's wake up and let's follow facts. I love facts over fiction, right? You can say 100 things about somebody, but the fact is the fact, right? The next is to build fiat to crypto bridges. So when they have been saying world's first bank, the ideal bank, today you understand that none of it has been a lie. In fact, all of these things have been already applied for. It's not like they just ran to, well, we got people now, let's go try and get this. No, they have everything already in the bag. They're just releasing it. It's like playing the cards and you have the whole hand. But you don't want to show your hand, so you play along till the end, right? They ask for you to drop this and you drop it. They ask for you to drop this, you drop it till finally they realize you actually have the hand. And that is what WeFi is doing. So I respect what you're doing. I love what you're doing. This PSP license makes WeFi. Come on, folks. Let's look at this. We understand in everything in life there is a risk, but you have regulatory licenses from government agencies telling you that WeFi is now a lower risk entity for traditional financial institutions like Visa and MasterCard. They already have the Visa partnership. We just seen one of the ex board members, top executives from a Visa, leave his position. Why? To come and join WeFi. So I just want to add all of that, and I say, folks, currently we are over almost 10,000 strong, in the last, what, 4 months. This is not because we are the biggest gurus and folks, it's all because of the value this company provides and the value that we share when we tell people about it. So it's not a make get money rich quick scheme, but we will tell you there's people that are pulling in large amounts, right? Last I seen, there was a guy in South Korea doing over $400,000 a week. When was the last time you heard something like this? And think about it, he will keep doing this for years to come. Not within 1 year they go away, for years to come. So we are building the same opportunity for ourselves, and we want the people that matter to us the most to understand it. And we want the people that we don't even know yet for the unknown, right? I love that term they use in Mission Impossible. For the people we have not yet met, right? They are the ones that need this, especially people that are new to crypto. Would you take them into all these rug pulls, just like you went through, and just say, hey, it's part of the game? No, 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 it's not part of the game. We went through it so we can learn and carry forward and paid forward. We do not put people back in what we went through. This is the place for new people who know nothing about crypto. This is a lower risk entity for the largest traditional financial institutions in the world who handle billions and trillions. So your little 1,000 and our little 1,000s and 10,000s mean nothing here, right? So folks, this is what I just wanted to add. And thank you guys, Alex, for having me. Once again, Blockchain Kojo about.
Thanks, man. Totally appreciate you. Quentin, go ahead and close this out, my friend.
Well, hey, I mean, I think you've heard it all. We're just under an hour, 50 minutes, so great timing there. For those that are interested, we will have the recording posted inside of the WhatsApp communities for you to go back and share it and rewatch it. But get back to the person that invited you today, and let them know something. Right? Make a decision whether if it's right for you. Go ahead, get yourself started. We've got a great system that we can plug you into. We've got all the videos, all the content, all the help, anything that you need. We can get that for you. So get back to the person and let them know if you are in. Next call Tuesday.
10 a.m.
Yes,
Yep.
10 a.m. Same time Tuesday, same time, same link. We'll be here. We may have
Not the
Dr.
same link.
John. Not the same. Oh, not the same link. Sorry.
So
Not the
be
same.
watching.
So be watching. We'll put out the link. Hopefully, we'll have Dr. John on with us to share some updates with us as well. But that's it, guys. We appreciate you. Let's go. Let's rock WeFi out. Let's share it to the world. Everybody that needs it, let's get it to them. And we'll see you on the next one. So good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Peace.